A huge sports fan. A native of the LA area, Ice Cube is a true Lakers fan. He also recently showed his love for the LA Raider Nation in the ESPN 30 for 30 documentary he directed called Straight Outta LA. And here now to talk LA sports and more, we welcome in Ice Cube. And Cube, I apologize in advance for this, but I absolutely have to do this. I want to quote the best rap song of all time, especially if you're a Lakers fan. Yesterday, it was a good day.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely was a good day yesterday.
How did you watch the game?
I watched it at the house, you know, with the fam. You know, we all huge Laker fans. You know, we yelling. I almost blew a blood vessel yesterday, man, you know, in that third quarter when we only scored 15 points. So, but it was a beautiful win. You know, the Lakers, they look too strong. Too strong. Yeah,
you said after game 2 of the officiating, it's ridiculous. Sometimes when I see these refs making sure the series is extended. How was the officiating last night in your view?
Atrocious. You know, I think, you know, you gotta in some ways let these guys play. You know, who wants to see the best players going to the bench? You know, I don't think you know, anybody's. You know, Paul Pierce, he was in foul trouble. Kevin Garnett's in foul trouble. You know, in game 2, Kobe's in foul trouble. You know, I just really don't dig, you know, sending these players off the court.
I'm with it, definitely. Yeah. On to your Raiders now. And I'm curious to get your thoughts on the whole JaMarcus Russell era and really the state of the team right now.
You know, JaMarcus is my man. You know, I feel bad for that whole situation. You know, I don't know if he ever had a chance or the organization really ever had a chance to get traction. You know, there's been like a revolving door of coaches. You know, now they're a little stable with Tom Cable, and, you know, everybody's on JaMarcus, but he had 2 rookie wide receivers this year. And I don't know, you know, if Joe Montana can win with 2 rookie wide receivers. So, you know, it's tough, but we'll see how they do this year.
In your 30 for 30 doc, you said that the Raiders will always belong to L.A. There's always talk about another NFL team either expanding there or just moving there. What are your thoughts on another NFL team coming to Los Angeles?
I mean, we deserve another team. I mean, it's time. It's been so long. It's a shame that the owners can't get together and get a team here. You know, I think it's the older owners don't want some new guy to come in and make all this money. And, you know, it's the thing where we got to get the NFL back to Los Angeles. What is the problem? If
you could nickname a new team that was to one day play in L.A., I know I'm putting you on the spot here. Could you come up with the right nickname? Because obviously the Raiders are taken, so you'd have to come up with something else.
I mean, the LA Ice Cubes would be perfect. You know
I like
mean?
that.
That's a brilliant name.
No, you know what? I'm liking that. There's a lot of marketing potential there, and I could see a couple of cubes as a logo in a glass. That could work.
We want a team. I don't care what you call them. You know what I mean? Just call them Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's it. I mentioned the song, It Was a Good Day, and your line from there, messed around and got a triple-double. Has, you know, you hear it everywhere. In fact, a lot of times if you're watching SportsCenter, guys will throw it in as a catchphrase when someone turns out a triple-double. What is it like for you to hear your lyrics come up in other areas of pop culture like that?
Oh, it makes you proud. You know, it makes you think that, you know, you're doing something right. You know, you still got a little influence out there. You know, it feels good to hear, you know, even I see people throwing up the dubs and yelling West Side and, you know what I mean? For me, you know, it's just like, you know, that's something that's real to me, and I feel it, I live it, and to see other people using it, catching on with it, you know, it makes me feel good.
You've done it all, from the act and rap and direct, and now you're doing the executive producer thing of this TV show, Are We There Yet? And we had Terry Crews on last week, who plays essentially the same character on the TV show that you played in the movies, and I'm wondering, in your opinion, how does he do in your role?
He's doing pretty good at it, you know what I mean? But it's his role now. I mean, Terry, he's one of the best out there. I think people love him, you know, from, you know, his comedy to his dancing. He was the perfect guy to take over my role. And once the show come on, you forget about me in the movies. It's his role now. We're right there on TBS, Wednesday nights, 9 and 9:30. It's a great show.
What do you think of his commercial, the Old Spice thing?
Oh, man, they're hilarious. You know, I love him. You know, when I first saw him, I had to YouTube him and go, and on YouTube they got them all lined up. So
Pretty
you know,
funny.
it's a trip. Yeah, he's one of the best out there. You know, he has so much range, and I'm glad he's part of our show.
All right, Ice Cube. Are we there yet? Is the program. Ice Cube, thanks so much for coming on. Always good to talk with you.
No problem. Lakers in 6, baby.
All right, we hear it. Our